Hi, my name is Kat or Kate, and I'm a Czech-based artist. I'm a painter. I sketch. I do sketchbook art. I love working in sketchbook. It's a low pressure and learning type of activity that you do. I also love photography, and I also love videos. Although I'm not at all. I don't think that at this point I'm really good at videos. I'm just taking the easy route this moment. Anyway, I wanted to introduce myself. And so I'm again Kat or Kate. And I'm a Czech-based artist, painter, creative, if you will. And I've posted a couple of videos on YouTube already. And I've decided to do an introduction, even though maybe it's something that you should today do when you're starting YouTube, because when people start YouTube these days, maybe they know that they want to be a YouTuber. But actually I started YouTube because I wanted another way of showing my work and showing the behind the scenes and the process. Maybe not the process of paintings really, but like the creative practice altogether, I guess. I think I'd love maybe to have an income out of this, but I don't think that the main goal of it is really to be a YouTuber for me. I don't think I want this, but I want to add this to my art practice because, like I said, to present more of my work and to have a way of letting people to meet me and to meet the person creating the artwork that you can see on my Instagram and Pinterest and other platforms that I may be using. But I also, ever since I was a teenager, I loved YouTube and I loved videos, and I think that back then it was the video social media, the one. I know that maybe there's like a Vine or something, but I never really was interested in any of those. Just like I'm not interested in TikTok, I just hate it. Just like I really am not much interested in the shorts or reels on Instagram and here in YouTube. But I liked YouTube and I liked the videos, and I remember watching the OG makeup artists and the OG YouTubers and creators who didn't really know what they're actually doing and didn't really know, because back then it was not a thing, that you can make a career out of this. But they did. And it opened a new venue for everyone else. And I remember as a teenager being like, oh, I want to do this. Not like being a YouTuber, but like I want to create videos. But I didn't have a camera. I didn't have a phone good enough to make videos. So, I had to wait years and years. And over time, I think I even set up some YouTube accounts before, but to be honest, I think I copied other people, and I didn't really know what I wanted from that, like what I wanted to do. Not that I do really know now, but I have an idea where I would potentially like to go. And I have an idea where I want to start, just like with these couple videos, and where I want to move in the future, what maybe I would like to add over time as I learn the video editing skills, which I didn't back then. And so I've created a couple of videos. Really, I took the low pressure route, I'd say, because my videos are usually recordings of either sketchbook practices or paintings that usually take like 40 minutes. So smaller pieces, or paintings that I intend to make fast, rather than, those that I take time. I've tried to do that in a couple of the previous videos, but here's the thing. I work full time, and so doing like a heavy lifting editing type of work, I don't think that I want to start with this, because I don't have the skills, and therefore for me it's really heavy lifting and it takes a lot of time, which is discouraging, because it takes a lot of time out of the little time that I have to create and to paint. And so I thought, okay, I still want to make videos and just to show you my practice, and to let you meet me, and to communicate in a different way than just showing photos of my work and of my sketchbooks, or showing reels or shorts of me flipping through some sketchbook work. And so I thought, okay, so maybe if I start recording first videos that I don't need to edit that much, but still can learn something about editing, or I don't need to edit at all, but in the background maybe recording some videos that I would be editing just for the sake of learning, if it makes sense. And like I said, I work full time, so I'm still trying to work out like the schedule that I want to, now use, because I've added YouTube to my art practice, to my studio, or to my work now. And so I'm working out how I want to do all of this, and how to use the time so that I use it effectively, but so that I'm not putting too much pressure on myself, because there's enough pressure as it is, right? And I'm doing everything on my own. I'm painting, I'm editing, I'm taking photos, I'm planning the posts, writing the text, doing the hashtags, just like many people out there. And if you're working full time, sometimes you're just so tired that you're like, oh, okay, so today I'm not actually doing it. I'm just taking a book and flipping through it, or reading, or maybe watching a video of another artist, so that I learn the technique or watch them work, if that makes sense. And also, like I said, I wanted to create videos since I've been a child, and so slowly I would like to start learning and creating different videos on different things, not just painting, but real videography, I would say. But that has to wait until I learn a bit more, or have the time to just cut up some videos and try to put them together to make a video, short, maybe a short one, who knows. And so the reason I've added this YouTube, there's also another reason. Apart from expanding, I also wanted to get out of my comfort zone, because really, Instagram is kind of a comfort zone if you start doing it. Once you get used to posting the videos, or the photos actually, on Instagram, it starts to be comfortable, really. And video is something different. It took me a long time to figure out the setup so that I don't bump into the camera and it's not in my way, and I can still see the painting and what I'm doing, and it looks good, and it's not too close, not too far away. It took me a lot. I'm still working on it, because I'm still working on kind of adjusting and setting up my studio space at home, which I'm very lucky to have one room that I can dedicate solely to this and to my artwork and art practice, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. But I wanted to take another step in showing my work and communicating with people about my work, and maybe creating community, I guess. And also, like I said, I work full time, and I work your usual 9-to-5 office job in a corporate world, in a corporation. And when I started this job, it was before that I was actually teaching English, but then COVID hit, and luckily enough, and I'm really grateful because it's an income and it allows me to pay for art supplies and pay the bills. But when the pandemic hit, I could not teach anymore because the classes are all in person, and it took quite a while, I think, for the schools and the language schools to adjust and be like, okay, we can do online classes too. And so I found this job and I started doing it. And I remember when they said, yes, we want you to work for us, I came to pick up the computer and sign off the last papers, and they took me through the office spaces, which are your typical corporate, glass walls, cubicles type of thing. And I went there and I was looking around and I was like, this is it? Like, really? Like, this is the holy grail. This is the golden city. This is the goal. This is the reason why you have been studying for years, learning languages so that you can get the well-paying job. And I felt like, well, effing no. This is like, and especially the more I worked there, I realized, nope, absolutely not. This is not it. This is a means to an end. And I'm grateful to have a job because it pays the bills and it allows me to pay for art supplies, which allows me to learn different techniques and expand my skills, and even allows me to set up this YouTube channel because I can afford some of those tripods and camera and a lens and a microphone, even if I save up for it. Or even if I have to save up for it, really, because I'm not buying these things because they're expensive. I'm not buying them just, go to first store and buy the first microphone. You can, but I am the type of person that I think about these things because they're pretty expensive, and that's why I bought this Blue Yeti X Pro, I think it is. Because I thought, well, if I buy the better one, and it wasn't really that much expensive, or the price difference between the standard one and this one, it wasn't really a huge deal, but I thought, if I buy this one, maybe it's going to serve me longer without actually wanting to buy a better one soon enough, right? And so I was like, oh yeah, I thought like, oh no, this job, this 9-to-5 corporate one, it's not. I knew all along, even though as a child, I knew that this is not for me. This is not what I want to do. But I didn't have the support from my family to go and study art or do art and try it. Because it's not a viable career for many people. Very few can imagine how an artist's day goes around, what they do, how they earn money. Do they actually even earn money? Like, many people just think that, when you're an artist, you're just a starving person. There's like this myth of starving artist, suffering artist, right? Which I don't think is true, but it's kind of a myth that goes on in the culture. And I thought, well, heck no, I actually want to do more. One reason is because even though the job is not awful, and even though the people are pretty cool and fun to be around, it's very tiring. You have a huge amount of emails that you process every day, Excel spreadsheets that you want, and it's so tiring and even draining, because within minutes you have to change what you're doing or what you're working from, and you have to really rewire your brain from one thing to another. It's not about multitasking. It's really just you have an hour-long call on one topic or one project, and when that call ends, you have like 5 minutes, sometimes not even that, sometimes right after that you have another call, and in between you have tens and tens of emails on different projects, and that's very tiring. But when I do art, I enter this flow state when the time seems to stop. Everything just calms down. Everything is silent mostly. The mind calms down. I just watch. Really, it's kind of like meditation, to be honest. I just watch the thoughts and process them, and I don't even think that much about what I'm actually painting and doing. And this is not just some woo-woo thing, you know. It's not a conscious thinking. It's not the same type of thinking that I do at work or you do at school. But it's kind of more you follow your instincts kind of thinking, where I'm just like, oh, I know what I want to do. You know, I know which color to use. I know, where to place it. And if it doesn't work, well, I'll just paint over it. It's not a big deal, really. And I'm okay with making mistakes. I'm okay with learning things. And I don't care if the painting that comes out of it is good and finished and polished, because if not, then it's not a mistake, but it's a lesson that I can learn from. And as I emerge from the flow state, I'm calm, and even if I do hours of work, I'm not really as tired and drained. I'm tired, mind you, but it's kind of like this kind of nice tired, where you emerge from the flow state and you start it with a blank page at the beginning of the state, at the flow state, and as you emerged, you are like, oh, I've created this. Like, this wasn't there. I've done this, and such great feeling. Nothing, I think, compares to it, except for maybe creating a living being, like being a mother, maybe. But it's really different to anything else that you can do. And it's really meditative. It's healing. It's really healing because it allows you to process emotions and feelings and thoughts without, it's kind of like meditation and journaling and therapy without actually having to talk about it or write it down. Because as you work on that one project for hours, on that one painting for hours, your brain has the time to concentrate on that one painting, but also kind of work out and calm down and work out all the other stuff. And suddenly you just know, and that's beautiful. That's amazing. So I was like, I'm not doing this corporate thing for the next 30 years. Like the next productive, creative 30 years of my life. I'm not doing this. So I started to do more of art, and started to put more time to it and focus much more on it. And I really love to have it as a job. And I think that I kind of believe in the manifestation that you are what you think, but it starts with the thought. The thought becomes the word becomes the action, and then you need to really take the action. You need to practice whatever it is that you want to do. And so you start thinking, I'm an artist, then you start saying, I'm an artist, and then you start painting more and more, and then you are actually an artist before you know it, right? And so this is just another venture of mine, another creative venture, and I love to do so many videos on so many things and show you my practice and my journey, really, and talk to you about where I want to go as an artist, because I want to have a whole studio. I would love one of my goals is to also become a tattoo artist, to be honest, because bodies are just another type of canvas, really. That's actually a whole reason why I loved makeup, I think, and still love makeup, because face is like a canvas. You paint something, and it can be a daily look, an evening look, or just editorial type of artistic makeup, and it's expressing the makeup artist expresses themselves through it. They're also working on a project for someone else, so they're expressing their ideas about someone else's project. And I also love to work with people. I love to do tattoos because it's kind of like art commission. And I love to do commissions of paintings. I've done a couple of them already. And I would love to. I'm actually saving up for a very good printer so that I can print my own prints, because I thought about it and I thought, well, the shipping is kind of not an easy thing. But I think maybe if I ship just across Europe for the start, and I can also control the quality or control the quantity even for the start, because all the other print providers and businesses that you can use, to me they all seem kind of expensive at the moment, really. And because I'm just starting with my shop, kind of. I have a website, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just starting. So yeah, I wrote a whole script, or tried to, but then I was like, let's just do it. You're going to ramble anyway, and so here I am, thanking you for watching and listening.